This entire collection is about how in nature there is no such thing as waste. That our bodies are so knowledgeable and so good at taking care of themselves that even in perceived ending, it's all just feeding back into itself. My name is Hailey Wyatt, and I'm an Ottawa-based zero-waste fashion designer, and I make wearable art pieces from textile waste. When I studied science, my favorite part was always working in a lab, working with my hands. I remember thinking about everything that I was studying or everything I was investigating, these small cells and how they interact with each other. And I just felt so sad that it was so small and I couldn't hold it in my hands. And so making clothes now and connecting that part of my past is my way of bringing that curiosity back to my art and making peace with multiple sides of me. When I was 12, I had Kawasaki's, I had autoimmune disease, so my body tried to attack itself from the inside out, and it was very painful and scary. And when you have an autoimmune disease, it's because there's a misunderstanding of the self. The body sees itself as an invader. So even though the body has all of these beautiful, intricate systems, it still makes mistakes, and can still be a misalignment or a misunderstanding of what the self is. Part of this collection is saying thank you and forgiving my body for going through that and for recovering from that. And just a reminder that you need to create things in order to constantly remember who you are. When I stop creating, that's when I start to forget a little bit who I am. It's a mirror and it's a reminder. Oh yeah, there I am. I chose denim because it is very durable, very strong, and I want these pieces to last for as long as possible. I want them to always be in a cycle of constantly being repaired or reused in some way. All of the stitching and all of these lines are this tension and this sticky energy that happens between cells. Lymph node jumpsuit is about the body learning itself and relearning itself every day through every interaction that we have. So when we think of the body, we think mostly of blood, bones, organs, but most of our body are these in-between spaces, like the lymph fluid and the interstitial fluid. And the lymph system cleans our blood, filters our blood, which is so kind that our body has a system to do that for us. Life needs space in between life in order to interact with itself, in order to understand itself. The electron transport chain top, all of us have an infinite ability to create all of this energy, and that we are all just channels waiting for energy to flow through us at all times. All organisms have some version of the electron transport chain. Wearing that on your chest is just my reminder, I have an infinite amount of energy inside of me, or an infinite ability to conduct energy or allow energy to flow through me in order to create. So the mitosis top is about cell division, it's showing anaphase of mitosis. So it is a cell pulling apart. It sort of shows that the tension that happens in division and in growth. When we divide, when we grow, there is always a risk, because every time a cell divides, the telomeres shorten. And as we age, your telomeres deplete, and then eventually the cell dies. The apoptosis jacket is about cell death and about how even in death there's so much movement. There's no real ending inside of the body. Everything is always just transforming and being recycled. So when a cell dies, it is a very beautiful, dynamic process. There's so much movement and so much energy exchange happening. And then the neighboring cells will just recycle the leftover parts of that cell. I see my art as a way to express my learning and express the beauty that I see in microbes and in small organisms. Bacteria, viruses, archaea, like those small microorganisms, they live at the edge of what life allows. They live in the most extreme conditions. This collection is a reminder to find that edge or that limit and play there in order to evolve and grow. The fabrics that you clothe yourself with absorb your sweat, your dirt, they become almost part of your body. Even after you die, your clothes are still going to smell like you. We're so connected to our clothes, but we don't understand where they come from, how they're made. The way that I've designed clothes is I want them to evolve with the wearer. I want somebody to wear an item from me and have it become an extension of their body and part of their life that changes with them and evolves with them through time and ages and softens as they do. I want people to have a connection to their clothing that will last for generations.